Welcome back to Q-Dads, I'm Steve and we're back with episode 5 of Gen V, where the truth is revealed about Kate, something I predicted in our episode 4 review. If you haven't yet subscribed, please hit that subscribe button as it helps the channel to grow. Overall, the episode was okay. It lacked that souped up conflict or even that intrigue that a couple of the last episodes had. We're at the midway point now. I'd expect to be somewhat anticipating the end of the series and to actually be disappointed when an episode ends. But I find myself purely hanging on to this show for only a couple of characters' stories, and of course, to see how it ties in with the boys. I definitely think the pace of this episode lacks in comparison to others. With that being said, let's dive in and find how this episode unfolded. The episode, titled Welcome to the Monster Club, starts with them waking up days after the events of episode 4. The guys remember nothing and have to rely on social media posts to at least help them piece together what happened during the blackout, which consisted of a lot of partying and some weird sex scenes. Sam appears out of nowhere, but no one remembers him. I question how he managed to escape Kate later in the episode, or at least why he didn't try to stop her. More on this towards the end. We head briefly to the woods, where we learn that Dean Shetty is creating a virus that will control soups, I suspect in a similar way to how Black Noir was controlled in The Boys. What are the reasons for working on this? Is it to stop Homelander and the other soups? Or is it to control the kids and allow them to focus their abilities better and bring forward a better Seven? Rufus becomes the prime suspect in all of this, and the gang end up going after him. We get a quick puppetry masterpiece as Sam kills a bunch of special forces, ripping off limbs, decapitating people, and even removing brains. Reality kicks in and we see him drop the brain of the last puppet, which is a great detail. I think this is the most brutal the Boys universe has been to date, yet we were able to witness it all through the magic of puppets. I think that the main point of the scene, though, was to show us how unstable Sam is, as one of the guards pleads about being a single father.
I have a single dad with 2 daughters. Their names are Haley.
Sam doesn't even stop in his destruction. It makes you start to question, who actually is the bad guy in this series? Clearly Vought have been the bad guys overall, turning kids into soups. But as we see, some of the soups are dangerous, so Dean Shetty and Dr. Cordossa's drug to control the soups actually would be a good thing. Marie notices her blood clotting and pulls out a tracker, and therefore reveals the truth that Kate made them all forget. On to Marie's powers for a second. Earlier in the episode, she says she doesn't know how she exploded the dick, implying she was unsure how to control other people's blood. But then we get 2 scenes that completely contradict this. She tells Emma when her period is due, and is also able to sense the implant in Jordan. We also see her push her own implant out of her skin. I'm not sure if this inconsistency is with the writing, or if Marie is holding back on purpose, but the latter doesn't feel like what the character would do. Back to Kate. Her being the one to alter memories is something I mentioned in my last review, but I question how she made them all forget. She has to touch them in order to manipulate their memories, but surely one of them would have noticed her doing this. I imagine that's how Sam got away, but why didn't Sam stop her? Were they confronted by more special forces and that's why he fled, with Kate wiping their memories after? Or was this all her? The episode ends with the confrontation of Rufus, but before he's shish kebabbed by Andre, the group learns the truth about Kate, and that's where we end. I feel like the show ended quite flat, and this episode could have planned out better. There are a lot of I don't knows or I can't remember, which made the episode even more boring. It felt forced again, like when Emma remembers who Sam is and gains that trust back, or like when Marie pulls out Jordan's tracker. It felt rushed and didn't seem like it flowed naturally to progress the show. This is something that's been playing on my mind for a couple of episodes now. A big positive of the show this week, no dicks, although I imagine this won't last long. If you enjoyed this, head over to our channel and check out other shows like Invasion. We'll also be covering Monarch, Legacy of Monsters next month, so don't forget to subscribe, ready for that beast of a show. Thanks for watching, and as always, catch you next time with something new.